Hi, my friends. Sorry, you pull up your webcam and then your hair starts looking crazy. I thought I looked like a relative human beforehand, but alas, not always the case. How is all my friends out here? I am so excited to be with you on Wednesdays, of course. I hope I am a regular in your weekly content, in your weekly training. It would make me super happy. So, the HDK download. What we're doing today is my approach to team building. And from the very beginning of when I started Mary Kay 21 years ago, team building has always been my favorite thing. Um, it it's because it comes natural to me. I think with my gifting, with my specific God-given talents, my strength finders, like you can totally see, recruiting all over the place. But I also think like I came from a sorority background, and I was always in charge of rush and recruiting and sorority also because I love bringing people into what I'm doing. As you can see, Wednesdays, I'm bringing you into my world, in my brain, in my experience. I'm not getting anything out of it except please like and subscribe and share. You know, those are the rules. But I just naturally love to do that. I want you to lift weights because I do it and I think it's important. My new thing is fascia blasting. So I want you to do that too. Like, I want you to do all the things that are really good for you and that make a difference. And so, recruiting has always been something that has gravitated me to it. I have done quota sharing. And so, Mary Kay girls, you'll know what this is. I think I've done it 15 times, maybe. I probably should have looked that up. But let's say 15 times. And so I have all those B's. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe this is 16 or 17. I don't know. If you've seen my jacket, you know that I am a quota sharing girl because I love recruiting. And I know it's like let's call it team building, let's call it sharing. I call it recruiting because it is, I think, the highest form of flattery that I would extend an invitation to you to be on my team. Now, that may not be everybody's perspective, but it really is mine. I take that very seriously. And I want my team filled with people that want to win at every different level. It's not always that they want to be the top of the top, but they, with what they're doing, with what part of the team they're on, they want to be a part of a winning team. They want to contribute to that. They take pride in that. And so it's always really important to me. And the fun thing is, hi guys, is that when you're natural at something, when you're gifted at something, I'm sure you guys have experience there, it's hard to teach it, right? Like, you just do it and then you turn around and you're like, how come nobody's doing it too? Well, because you didn't teach anybody. You didn't it's not duplicatable. And so early on in my career, I was just doing it. And then I had to really slow down to speed up and figure out, okay, how can I teach this in a way that other people can do it too? Because Mary Kay is not fun if you are a lone wolf. If you're the only one doing something, if you're the only one out there, it's lonely and it's boring. And like, I don't want to be like that. I want to have people that are doing it too. I want you to build a business that is financially sustainable and consistent and all of those things. And so I want you to have what I have, right? Except for my Smurfs cup. Who do we have today? We have Papa Smurf today. He's the wise old sage. It's perfect for team building today. So on your approach, so what I had to do was how to figure out how to teach it. And so what I came up with was this beautiful layering sheet. I'm going to put it on screen share because I just figured out that YouTube will let me do that, which I'm super excited about. But layering sheet. So if you are taking notes, of course, you have to take notes on Wednesdays. But you can also, I'll put the link to my layering sheet so you can have that at your disposal, because you're going to want to write down some things about this that maybe I say it, maybe you've heard of a layering sheet for years, but you've never really utilized it in the way that it's to be utilized. I would highly recommend for you because it keeps track of people. It helps people not slip between the cracks and fall between the cracks, but it also will help you be able to teach it to your people because it may be really natural for you, or you're like, yeah, but I do it this way, but then you're not really having anybody replicate it. Maybe it's just not being very duplicatable. The layering sheet is duplicatable. And if you're like a person, you're going to love this. If you are a list person, you are going to love this. If you are a person that just likes to win the day, you're going to love this. There's so many things about it that just check all the boxes, literally and figuratively. So let's get into layering and team building. So I believe that team building should always be a win-win situation. I don't ever want to convince somebody to do something they don't want to do. It's not good for them. It's not good for you long term. I don't want to bait and switch people. I don't want to manipulate people. Like, I don't want any of that. I want people to see all the things there is to know about this business and go, duh. Because when they do see all the things about this business that they could have, all the perks, they're going to say, duh. And that's what I want. And that's what a layering sheet does. Because, and it also takes your personality out of it. So you have certain things about this business that you love the most, right? Maybe you love the community, you love the events, maybe you love the product, maybe you love the leadership side. Well, that may not be what other people love about it. And so you're not going to speak somebody else's language. And the layering sheet allows you to take you out of it, and it becomes completely about them because you're making sure you're hitting their sweet spot. You're speaking their language. So if you think you don't need it, I promise you, you do. I still use it. And I've done this a long time, and it's really easy for me, and I really like it. And I still use that because people slip between the cracks. If they don't say yes immediately or no immediately, sometimes I forget about them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love her. What? And then if she's not written down somewhere in a place that I can easily bring her back up, I may forget about her, and that would be a disservice to her and to me if I really liked her and I really could see where she could benefit from this. So everything, I believe, needs to be win-win, and everything needs to be about her and the benefits that this business, this opportunity, this company can offer her. There are so many of them. We just have to make sure that we connect the dots for her. Okay. So let's start into this. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Hold on. This is my first. How's it going to let me do that? Oh, haha. My first YouTube screen share. Okay. I think you can see it. Let me know if you can, those of you who are live with me right now. Okay. This is the layering sheet. Say yes, you can see it if you're live. I think I got a heart. So maybe yes, maybe yes, maybe yes. Okay, thank you. Got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so this layering sheet is what I want you to do. If you've never seen this part of it before, I'm gonna show you how to mark it because there's different levels to it. All layers are not created the same. So if you're taking notes, all layers are not created the same. Most people need between 5 to 7 layers in a short amount of time. So if you're stretching out the layering process, now if she's stretching it out, that's one thing. But if you're stretching it out because you're being a weenie head, then it's going to take you a really long time to get yeses because those 5 to 7 layers need to be in a short amount of time. And then if you find yourself having the same people on the layering sheet month after month after month, you need a fresh layering sheet. You need to hold more parties at that point. Messenger parties, Facebook parties, Zoom parties, whatever it is, you need more people to work with, different people to work with, because what can happen is a false sense of security. If this thing is filled out and you're like, oh, I got people to work with. But if it's the same people that it's been month after month after month, no, you don't. No, you don't. She ain't into it. Like you cannot squeeze blood from a turnip that she ain't into it. So you're going to have to scrap that. Start one that is fresh in here. And so all layers not the same, 5 to 7 layers in a short amount of time. But here's the caveat. Half of them need to be team building layers. And I'm going to show you which half are team building and which are not. I mean, they're all sort of team building, but which are specific. So half of those layers need to be team building. And then most people recruit within 2 weeks of a positive product experience. And so Product is a huge part of what I love about this business. It is not everything, but it is a huge part. So yeah, I lead with it. That is my confidence point. That is where I feel strength. That's where I can always count on our product to be top notch and something that everybody needs and everybody should want, right? So I 2 weeks within a positive product experience. Okay, so the first one in our little layering sheet here is loves product. Now you can check this box. So do a little mock one. You can do one of when you were recruited. Oh, I'll do me. Or so do if you're taking notes, do it for Heather. So Heather, we'll put Heather Daniel. I was not an HDK yet. I was just an HD at that point. And so loves product. You could not have said I loved product because I used it when I was a kid. I hadn't used it in a really long time. But let's just say that this girl comes along and she's like, yeah, I use it. I love product. I love Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay. What do you use? Well, I use a moisturizer and CC cream and mascara. Okay, we can check that box. We can really check the box if she loves skincare. Skincare is everything. Your skincare customers and your skincare hostesses, those people are the ones that are just like that far away from saying yes to joining your team. Skincare is everything. So extra bonus points if she loves skincare. But sometimes, so let's say a moisturizer girl and CC cream and mascara girl. What if she's like, oh, I really want the Time Wise set. I just can't afford it. She loves product. She loves skincare. I'm putting her on there. Okay. So maybe she hasn't bought it yet. Maybe it's early in the process or it's a budget thing, whatever the case, but she loves product. So you can put that there. And that is a sales, a customer building layer. Okay. I do think it's good for team building, but it's a customer building layer. The next one is sample pack. Now, why I have those separate and different is sample packs are for new skincare. So what's in my sample pack? Always, I have 5 sacks sitting on the side of my office, and they all have different sample packs in it. They've got one's a miracle set, one's Volume Firm, and then the two different skincare ones, and then two different miracle set ones. So it has the skincare strip in it, and then the miracle set and the Volume Firm have moisture renewing gel mask, charcoal mask, radiance facial peel, and microdermabrasion. The Mary Kay skincare line, the basic skin sensitive line, is they've got the skincare strip with a charcoal mask and a moisture renewing gel mask. So those are already marked up. They've already been packaged. They're already ready to rock and roll. And so those people, when they try, not when I give them two different things, apparently, when they try that skincare set and that sample pack, they're trying the best of the best of the best. That Volume Firm girl who is trying Radiance Facial Peel, microdermabrasion, charcoal mask, and moisture renewing gel mask, yes, yes, and yes. So big time customer building layer. So I've got a little green star on that one. But of course, you can see that is a benefit to the team building opportunity as well. Okay, so that's a sample pack. It's the newest, it's the greatest, it's the best. Now, if she's already using all of those products, count her. If she's using them consistently and regularly, not always the same, right? You can count that as well. Okay, the next one is hostess. Now, this does not matter as to what kind of hostess is she. Has she been a hostess of any kind? Has she gathered people maybe for a color analysis appointment or a mother-daughter party, a Zoom party, a messenger party, a Facebook party, a whatever, like I've done texting parties. Has she gathered people for you? Then she is a yes. Doesn't matter if it was successful or not. But she trusts you enough to gather people. She trusts Mary Kay enough to gather people. She likes Mary Kay enough to gather people. Then she gets the layer of hostess. That is also a customer building layer, but you can see where it benefits the process as well. So that is another green star. Now, watch video. This is our first strictly team building layer. Now, does it help her be a customer? Absolutely. Absolutely, because she understands what you're doing. So I have everybody watch a video. Everybody. And sometimes I lead with that layer. I told you I'm getting ready to send somebody a sample pack. Okay. So I messaged her and she's a new Facebook friend to me. I was like, I would love to send you some samples. What's your skin type? Skin analyzer app, all of those things. And so she sent me back that information. I asked her a couple more questions about her skincare. And then I said, hey, would you watch a video for me? Because I'll send you a free lip gloss or a mascara or whatever you want in there as a freebie for watching a video and answering 4 questions. Okay. I just said that really fast, but that right there is an incredibly brilliant approach to making somebody that's a warm contact into a hot contact. Is we send you some samples. I'm going to ask you about your skin. You're going to do a skin analyzer app. We're going to customize a skincare program. I'm going to get skin samples out to you. Oh, by the way, we watch a video, answer 4 questions. I'm going to pop a freebie into your sample pack. Everybody watches the video. Say it with me. Everybody watches a video, and it does not matter which ones. There's hundreds of them out there. Watch a video, answer 4 questions. Now, I am not looking to hurry up and oh my gosh, you are sort of interested. Hurry up and sign up. No, it's just a layer. I don't want to bait and switch her. I don't want to do anything that feels skeezy in any way. I want her layered with information and layered with interest. Sometimes she's like, hey, I really want to do this with you. And I'm like, hot diggity dog. But sometimes she's like, that was really cool. I didn't know any of that. Thanks for that. Well, you're welcome. I'm going to pop the freebie in there with her samples, and then we're going to talk about skincare when that skincare set gets there. Okay. But that is a massively big team building layer. If I could give you one thing that is the secret to my team building, I would say video watching. So highlight it big. It's my first orange star, but you can just highlight the whole dang column. This is a really, really big layer. Okay. Next one is referrals. Referrals now can be done a whole bunch of different ways. Of course, they give you names and phone numbers. Did she add 25 people to your VIP Facebook group? That's referrals. Did she suggest friends to you on Facebook? Those are all different ways to get referrals. Does she trust you enough to give referrals? Does she have people to give you? That's another thing, is we want to set people up for success. If she's like, I don't know anybody. Well, that's going to be a little bit trickier. Some people think they don't know anybody, and some people really don't have a circle of people. You want people set up for success. Okay. So you don't want to recruit people necessarily that you're trying to save. And please hear my heart on this. You're trying to save, or that just don't have, they don't talk to anybody. They don't communicate with anybody. That's going to be so much harder in a people business unless they're incredibly willing. And that changes the game. Willing changes all the game. But did she give you people of any kind, of any sort of way? Referrals. And that's going to be a customer building layer. So green star on that. Okay, guest event right here. Guest event is any kind of event that shows the community of Mary Kay. So I was recruited. Okay, I told you I was going to do mine. So I got a sample pack that wasn't really like what they are now, but I had some samples. Did not do a hostess. I did watch a video. We called them CDs. Say it with me. CD. In my car. So I got one of those. So that was 2 layers. I did not give referrals. Guest event. So I did not want to go to that meeting with that girl. And I walked in there and I was like, this is cheesy and silly. And I don't know. They're clapping and laughing and there's tiaras and there's weird. And then by the end, I was like, I actually told the lady that recruited me, I said, I'm not going to sell anything and I'm not going to tell anybody that I'm doing this because quite frankly, I'm young and y'all are old. And they were probably 40. Geez, I was such a brat. But I was like, I'm not like this. And so I'm not going to tell anybody I'm doing this, but I want to come back to these things every week. That guest event changed my perception of the business and it gave me hope where I really lacked hope. And so what does a guest event look like nowadays? Sometimes they are in person. Sometimes they're big. Sometimes they're little. Sometimes they're on Zoom. Sometimes it's like we do a couple times a month where we do glass skin facials on Zoom. That's a guest event. YouTube guest event. I mean, there's so many different kinds virtually, but also you have in person as well. Anything that shows the community is a very big team building layer. So orange star for guest event. Don't be afraid of the guest event, especially if you are like me, where you think they're kind of cheesy and you think they're kind of outdated. Don't do your people a disservice, because a lot of people need cheesy and a little bit vintage and a little bit old school. We're missing so much of that, that's a great way to have people be filled up and just comforted in community. So don't forget that layer. Okay, next one is definitely a team building layer, and it's www survey. And if you don't know what this is, when I send the link to the layering sheet, you will see that there's another pop-up of what women want survey. And I love this survey. This survey is wonderful because it asks them all about their beauty needs. What are they using? What do they love? They watch a video in there. They tell you what they're looking for in a consultant or not. They tell you why they like Mary Kay or don't. They just tell you everything. It is a great way to get to know people and get to know their beauty needs. Just like you can do it over the phone. I'm personally sort of scared of phones, so I do it over Messenger and just ask them questions. I love that survey. Okay, so that's a huge team building layer, and it does a lot of things at one time in there. Okay, Skin Analyzer app. We're going to go back to customer building, which is Skin Analyzer app. Anybody who takes pictures of their face and sends you the results of the quality of their skin and then the products they recommend, that is a massive layer. For lots of reasons. They see how great our technology is, and that app is free, and most people charge for them outside of our business. They see it like it's impressive. So you want to show them that. You want to show them the products that they're not using that they need. That's a big benefit, because there's always recommendations. They're like, ooh, I don't have that, so it helps build them as a customer. And it also shows them how easy it is to recommend product. You don't have to be a skincare expert quite yet to recommend product, because you've got the app that does it for you. And so they look at that and go, oh, well, that's all she had to do, is she just had to send me the link to the app, and then I send it back to her, and I want to buy $300 worth of stuff. I can do that. So it's a big time layer in both departments, but I'm going to put that in the customer building layer. Okay, next one is customer Facebook group. Now, you got to have a customer Facebook group. Mine is not rocking. Mine's not all that. It's okay. But some people live and die by it. I don't. But it is a great landing page, and it's a great place to house your customers, to do product tutorials in there, to go live with washing your face, to do specials in there, to do announcements in there, to see who's in there sometimes. Sometimes when I'm booking, I go through my customer or my VIP group first, because sometimes they're in my customer list on InTouch, but a lot of times they're not. They're in there, they're kind of looking at things, but they've never really bought anything. That's a great place for leads, warm leads, because they've already opted in to do business with you at some level. So I want to put that in the green star, which is your customer building group. Customer building group, customer building layer. Okay, now these last four are straight up team building layers. Pearl Girl Call. If you've not done one, if you are serious about moving up, this needs to be hot on your list. Watching video and guest event, and then this one. Those are the trifecta of really moving up quickly, because Pearl Girl Call allows it to become personal. So watching a video, they got great information. I didn't know that. That was pretty interesting. Guest event, this makes me feel good. I like this. Sort of cheesy, still like it. The Pearl Girl Call is a 3-way phone call with your director that is really getting into the nitty gritty of, if I were to do this, how could I? how could I make this work for me? How could I benefit from this? So it's a personal, really tying or like connecting the dots together and brainstorming if this could be something for her. They do not have to be interested before they jump on the Pearl Girl call, because really, as a three-way call, you're going to, as the consultant, going to benefit so much from listening to that conversation. I always bill it as a training conversation, because if you want to move up quickly, you're going to need to know how to have those conversations and how to answer those questions, how to connect with people. That's a massive skill. So if I wanted to learn more and I wanted to become a leader and I wanted to get better at my skill set, I'd be doing a lot of Pearl Girl calls. Okay, recruiting packet. You can do, I meant to show it to you. I don't think I have one at my desk. It's over there. But like, I have ones that I've printed off that are in with this layering sheet link, but I also have ones that I bought from Court of Achievers, and it is a physical, hold on, let me get it, because you got to see this. Okay, I'm going to show you both. This is the one that's in this link that I'm going to show you, and this is all customizable. So you can go in there, and it's about me and my unit and my family, and then it's starter kits, and then it's more about the Mary Kay opportunity, your pride points, your career path. It's all of that. So that is a great recruiting packet. I also have this in a digital format that's customized to me that I can just pop in Messenger to them or text it to them. So I'm such a paper visual person, but even if you're not paper visual, you're probably visual. So even sending that to them on a text message is going to be a big benefit. But this is the one I got that I really like from Court of Achievers, and they're really inexpensive, is a little pamphlet that I can put in with their lookbook, in reorders, in my sample bags that are going out. Don't think these things are not going in here. And this just breaks down a little bit about the company, a little bit about how you make money, and how you build a business with it. They are so easy that I love them. So either one, that's a whole layer when they get that in their hands, because this is something that like can just sit on the kitchen counter, and they're eating their cereal and they're like, that's interesting. And then their husband picks it up and they're like, it's a lot of money. Have you looked at this marketing plan? You can make a lot of money, which is exactly what my husband said. He's like, you should do this. And I was like, no, it's so stupid. So stupid. Would never do that. Okay, fine. Like 6 weeks later, I quit my job. That is neither here nor there. Okay, coffee appointment. This is, once again, just sitting with them one-on-one in a way that you can really brainstorm and get in there. Is there a benefit for her? What is that benefit for her? What would she like about it? What could be her holdbacks, setbacks, concerns? I want to, but like, that's where you get into that. Not overcoming objections. I sort of hate that term, but really brainstorming and figuring out if this could work for her. She's the one that has to figure that out. It's not a convincing conversation. It's a brainstorming, like truly, okay, now tell me how you make money. Okay, now tell me how you do this. Those are all the things. And then last one is maybe silly, but you got to put it on there, because sometimes people get to the point and they don't boldly ask, hey, I'd love to have you on my team. I'd love to have you on my team. And this is why. That needs to be done. Just assume that because you've taken them through this process, they're going to call you and say, hey, I really want to join your team. Some people are like, well, she never asked me. And you're like, dude, I just did like 10 layers with you. Yeah, but you never asked if they want to join. That's the highest compliment of the recruiting process. They may not understand that you've selected them for this. You're just doing the stuff. And honestly, you may not even really know that you want her as a team member until like halfway through the layers. So you're just experimenting. You're just like taking her through because everybody deserves to know. But your bold ask is, I want her on my team. I see some things in her that my team doesn't have that I would love, that would be an asset. And I think she'd be great at it. And I think she would get this and this out of it. That is a bold ask. So don't forget that part of it. Okay, now to recap, 5 to 7 layers in a short amount of time, but half of them have to be team building. Do you see why I say that? And I did not always caveat that because I didn't realize that you could really do 6 layers and not even hit a team building layer in there. You can do Love's product, sample pack, hostess, referrals, skin analyzer app, and skin and customer group and think, well, I've layered her. No, you didn't. You customer layered her. Yes. Now you need to full circle layer her with all of the information. So make sure that at least 3 of those are team building layers. And I told you which ones I loved. Watch video, guest event, and Pearl Girl call. Now, there's other ones in there that are amazing, but those are just like if I'm working with somebody that wants to move up, trifecta right there. And then when you start to fill this out, so if you've got some new people in the hopper, don't go back to your same old people, but like your new people in the hopper, and let's say you've got 10 names written down and you're like, okay, sample pack, yes. Lowe's product, yes. Skin analyzer app, customer group, recruiting packet. Let's say those are the ones that are consistently marked on your survey or on your layering sheet. You're going to start to see really quick where your gaps are. And the gaps are not bad. The gaps are just opportunity. And what I want you to do in the month of July, short amount of time, is I want you to get confident in those gaps. So I said to you that everybody watches a video. What if you're like, I never have anybody watch a video? Okay, that's a gap. How are we going to fill it? How do you need to get confident in that gap? I promise. You just need to practice. That's for most of them. But you need to figure out in the month of July how to get confident in those gaps. If you're like, guest event, I don't plug into what my director is doing, so I certainly don't have people on. Shoot. Okay. Where's my calendar of events? What is she doing? What can I plug into? There's lots of things. So I just want you to get confident in those columns that you are missing consistently. And it's not bad. This is not like a blame thing. It's an opportunity thing because you may not really be aware of where you're missing it, which is also why I love the layering sheet because it just shows you, dude, I don't do that. And if I want to be a successful team builder, I've got to meet her needs, which means I need to speak her language, which means I need to do a Pearl Girl call and I need to have her on a guest event and she does need to watch a video. Those are vital things for her to find out what she needs to know about it. Period. So I hope that you will really, truly, and honestly give this thing a try and really, truly, honestly work it. So it's got 20 things on here. If you want to be a red jacket, you need to do 20. So you're going to need to go through 5 to 7 layers with 20 people. Write that down. Or you want to boost a career path level. If you want to be in DIQ on August 1st, you need to go through at least 2, maybe even 3 pieces of paper. We'll see. But I bet you could get through 2. 1 in 5 are going to say yes. Guys, you're not going to get better numbers than that. And it may not be the one that you thought was going to say yes. That's always really fun because sometimes we get so streamlined. Like, I know it's going to be her. And then it's her. And you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. That's because you're not supposed to prejudge. You're just supposed to share information. And so make sure that you're doing enough volume. So 1 in 5 say yes. Don't expect anything different. I get 1 in 5. And sometimes it's like I get 15 no's and then 4 yeses. Yeah. I really like the 4 yeses. Don't love the 15 no's. But I know a no is closer than I was before. So it's not anything personal. Now they're just going to be a really great customer. This should never be like, oh, she said no. And so now I'm just done. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. She said no, and she was informed and educated. Maybe it's not for her right now. Maybe it will be in 6 months, maybe 5 years, 10 years, or maybe it's her best friend. You don't know. That's why you have to give the information and then just let the chips fall where they may. Your job, if you're goal oriented and you want to move up quickly, is how many of them do you do? Not, oh, I have to have these people. You get kind of desperate and white knuckling team building when you don't have enough people to work with. So if you've ever noticed yourself like, I have to, I have to, I have to, I have to, that means you're not working with enough people. Go get more people, because you will find the ones that are supposed to be on your team. That you got to find your people through that process. So I'll put the link in the comments, and thank you guys for joining me. Like, comment, share, please, please, please. I know you've got friends, directors, other consultants that would love to learn more about team building from somebody who does it really well, but also teaches it so that you can do it just like I do it, just like the top people do it. You've got, this is it. This is it right here. There's no magic. There's never, ever any magic, guys. There is only math, and there's only speaking people's languages and communicating through it. So thank you for always for sharing Wednesdays with me, and I will see you next week. Topic to be determined.